Good evening. Welcome to the first edition of the new Oaklawn Capping Hour. 2025-2026. We are joined by Texas Mike. Marco's late as usual. Mike, how are you doing? Is it warm where you're at? I just got back from Gurney Mills Mall, and it was so damn cold out. I'm keeping my stocking cap on.
Well, yeah, it's relatively warm here. Cold in the mornings. Played golf this morning. It was about 40 degrees when we started, but after an hour, it was in the 50s.
Yeah, we're not playing golf where I'm at. It's by the way, for the Bears game, Marco. Hey,
what's up? Oh man.
Hey, for the Bears game on Sunday, a high of 12 degrees.
My kind of weather.
Muskegon, you don't go there in Michigan, by the way. You don't go there in the winter. You only go up there in the summer.
I was up there Thanksgiving week, and I'll probably go a couple small trips in the winter.
That wasn't too bad.
4 or 5 days at a time.
That was actually a little nippy Thanksgiving. Yeah. 2 weeks prior, it was still pretty good.
We had 2 feet of snow.
Yep.
Marco's already got. I'm going to mute Marco. Anyway, so Mike, what I wanted to do is I wanted to dive in to NAC play. So Oaklawn's got a tournament coming up, and I'd like to think I was a part of it to at least get it off the ground. I had a lot of discussions with some people over there, but it's a 2-day event. It's Southwest weekend. There's going to be a tournament on Friday, and there's going to be another one on Saturday. They're going to give out some BC seats, but everything's kind of in the dark right now. I don't know about feeders. I don't know about, is it a cash game? What's the entry fee? What do you know, if anything at all?
I don't know anything other than what I saw in their press release. Certainly, we're lacking a lot of details, as you just indicated. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Sam Houston, one of my favorite tournaments, my favorite live tournament to go to. Every year, I go every year. It's so awesome. You run it. You do a great job. The accommodations. It's like, I call it one of the world's best kept secret, although a lot of other horse players have been showing up. Some big names. Carl Brober goes there. Trey Styles can't play in it, but he's there.
Neither can Nick.
And Nick can't play in it either because he's calling the races.
Nick is actually taken a full-time position now at Sam Houston Race Park. He is a player development manager.
Wow.
So
okay.
His role has expanded greatly, and I am transitioning my contest responsibilities to Nick. This will probably be the last year I'm involved in the contest, but Nick is taking over the lead in that area, and I couldn't be more happy about that. I've worked long and hard to build something up here, and it's, I'm getting up there in years. It needs to transition to someone else.
Yeah, that was by design, and Nick is a great guy to pass the torch to. Good contest player in his own right, and so he knows about contests and what the players want, like you do. And I'm sure that things are going to run just as smooth.
I think that's one thing that's been unique about Sam Houston is that between Nick, Trey, and myself, you have 3 people running the contests who also play in contests, not at Sam Houston, but play everywhere else.
Oh, we got some information. Tom, first of all, he goes, hey, welcome back. He says the tournament, I'm assuming he's talking Oaklawn, it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, not Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I recall too.
All right, so I did not know that the Southwest was on Sunday, but maybe that's President's Day weekend or something. And he is saying here that it's $1,000 on Saturday and $3,500 on Sunday.
That's pretty rich.
That's pretty, yeah. And leave it to Tom to get the information. Thanks, Tom. And finally, he adds, at least that's what they were saying in Matt Dieterman's weekly YouTube show. Oh, great. Tom, if you know anything about feeders to win a way into these contests, you let us know. Mike, as far as the feeders for Sam Houston, there's a lot of them going on horse tourneys.
They're on horse tourneys now. Tomorrow's is already filled. And there's also going to be a qualifier on Sunday. So 2 qualifiers this weekend.
Oh, great. And
we had
hopefully
our first qualifier last Saturday, and it double filled.
And who has won an entry into, I like to give a plug to our really good horse players. Who's won an entry to the tournament so far?
Who won last week?
I'll let you get back to me on that if you want. You don't have to. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Joe,
a nice Christmas tree you got back.
Won 1 seat.
Who?
And so it's tip of my tongue who won the other. I'll get it for you.
Okay, you'll get it. Yeah, I like to talk about our horse players, and I mean, hey, they keep the train moving. Without the horse player, what do you got? Twin Spires is running cash tourneys on the Oaklawn races right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's where the feeders qualifiers will be. Okay, so I'll look for that. So yeah, I'll be at both tournaments. I plan on being at Oaklawn for this contest. Man, years ago they used to have a 2-day event. It was a $2 mythical win place, And if you saw the intro, I won a prize. Terry Wallace handed me a check, and it was a really good time. The late, great Terry Wallace. And
we've expanded the Sam Houston tournament this year. It'll be Friday and Saturday. Friday night will be Sam Houston races only, $500 buy-in, no takeout, no entry fee. 2 NHC seats on Friday night. Plus 2 guaranteed bankrolls to Saturday. And once we hit 40 entries for Friday, and another entry for Saturday, and another entry for any 20 entries thereafter. Saturday, we'll have the Sam Houston races, which is the Houston Racing Festival, the biggest day of the year for Sam Houston. We'll also have selected simulcast races from Oaklawn, which would be the Pegasus races, Aqueduct, Santa Anita, $1,500 buy-in. Again, no takeout, no entry fee. You get to keep all your money. And we'll have on Saturday, we'll have 4 more NHC seats. So that's 6 total over the 2 days, and 2 BC seats on Saturday also. That's a pretty rich 2 days.
It's really one of the best contests. You guys take care of everybody. I love the turf course at Sam Houston Race Park. It's one of the best turf courses. The only turf course, in my opinion, in the country that rivaled it, I have to say rivaled, was Arlington Park, which is no longer with us. So now Sam Houston, in my opinion, has the best turf course in the country.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. I can't wait to be available and join in on the fun. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel. There's the YouTube channel on the bottom. And, we're always looking for new people to join in on our content. We're going to be here all year. We're going to be doing every Saturday. And in the years past, me and Marco did every race every day. It was very tedious. I did have a positive ROI 2 years ago when I did this. Last year, I didn't fare as well. But it was, we had a lot going on, and it's hard to put the time in to put those picks in and gather the information. So
to have a positive ROI over any period of time is a feat.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I
realize how hard that is.
I did really well, and last year it wasn't as good. But we're going to do every Saturday. We're going to have a guest like yourself every Saturday, a horse player typically, but we might get some other people in the industry, a trainer or a jockey or something along those lines.
Well, I feel honored because 3 years ago, I believe I was your very first guest.
Yes, you were. You've probably been on the show at least half a dozen times.
Okay.
5 times at least.
Okay.
So
I'm happy to be on whenever you want me.
Absolutely. Marco,
can you that appearance fee, and I'll keep showing up.
Hell yeah, we love having Texas Mike on. Marco, I want to talk to you about the weather. You're local. You're in Hot Springs. It's cold and icy up here. What's going on in Hot Springs for tomorrow's racing?
Weather right now is good. It was pushing 70 today.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be nice tomorrow as well. Most of the day Sunday, and then Sunday night is supposed to drop to like 13 degrees.
Well, we don't care about Sunday. We only care about tomorrow. So wait, you're going to go from 70 today?
It was pushing
to 13 on
yes,
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night. It's cold front's coming in. It's going to drop.
Okay. Well, I think we're getting a deep freeze across the whole country. Like I said, that Bears game here, the high is going to be 12.
Are you going?
Hell no, Mike. Those days are over. I used to go. I brought a flask. I gutted it out, but I'm too old, man. My bones are. I can't do the cold weather. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be.
You're not going with me to the Bears-Lions game, the last game of the season.
If it's Soldier Field, no, not unless it's in a private.
I got a ticket for you.
Yeah, Mike, thanks, but no thanks. I'll pass on that.
Okay.
I'll go to a game up until Halloween, and then that's my cutoff. So, all right. The late pick 5. I'd like to talk about it.
Real quickly before we get started on horse racing.
Yeah,
I want to put in a plug for my wife. We have 9 Christmas trees in our house. One of them is behind me. We have 8 others.
That's nice.
Mike, I'm looking at your backdrop, and I remember your wife decorated all this, and we talked about it before. This is a different look, but I see the hanging decorations there, the potted plants with some decorations in there. I see mistletoe. I see
every room.
I see the
garland.
Matching drapes. Are those? Did you pull those out for December? Is that?
I have nothing to do with this.
Are those year round, or you just brought those out for the holidays?
No, those are year round.
Okay, but they look great. And then you have I'm looking. Are those like elves or Santa dolls?
Yeah, they're her Annalie collections.
Okay.
She spends about 200 hours decorating.
It looks good. It looks really nice.
Take it all down and pack it up.
I feel like you should be sipping on some eggnog. Me and Justin do coffee with dew in the morning, and I'll drink some coffee.
I got a glass of water.
Yeah, and I got my little stainless steel canteen thing here, but I feel like you need some eggnog. Marco, what are you drinking? Nothing?
Some Corona and some brandy.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it rich.
Corona and some brandy. I like it. All right. Well, Oaklawn Park. So yeah, we're gonna listen, you guys. They brought back they brought back the classics.
Yeah, the pick 6.
The $1 pick 6. So what I think we're gonna do every week, this week we're just gonna do the pick 5, but I think we're gonna do the pick 6, the classics daily, or on Saturday anyway, every week. And then if you don't want to bet that, just play the pick 5. That's the way I look.
The late pick 4.
Or the late pick 4 or what have you. All right. So race 6, guys, to kick off this late pick 5. I don't know what the takeout is, but I think it's pretty good over there at Oaklawn. We're starting off with a $30,000 claiming event going 3 quarters, and we have a oldie but goodie, Payne, in the 1 hole. Payne has 13 lifetime wins. He's a 10-year-old. He's got 7 of those 13 wins right here from 17 starts, including 5 seconds. This was a really great claim last year. Ingrid Mason, who used to train horses for us many years ago, about a decade ago, she claimed this horse for 20 and won 2 races for 50 and lost it for 50. Pretty incredible. Has won once since then, but has been pretty game. Marco, where did you land in this race? Is Payne on your ticket?
Payne is on my ticket, but it's a little bit too short. Obviously, Payne is, I think, the runner to beat here. So I landed on the 9. And the reason why I landed on the 9 is just because watching the races today, I want to be a little bit closer than what Payne probably will be to the pace.
Okay.
I had a lot of horses come today with Payne's running style, and they just didn't get there. The speed and the close stalkers were doing very good. So I want to be closer up to the pace, just until we figure out what the track's doing. But that's what I saw today.
I thought the track played pretty fair today. I think maybe you wanted to be at least in the second flight. Pete Miller did win the stake today, gate to wire over my top pick, who ran second today. El Rey Dorado is a good price at 12-1. Has shown the ability to run well here. I guess, I'm looking at the layoff, and it's pretty typical for Oaklawn the first opening weekend or the first couple of weeks to see a lot of horses coming off long layoffs, or horses that have run last here at Oaklawn. It's kind of weird. The Arkansas breds, I get it. But if you're not an Arkansas bred, this is a Cal bred, to see it not run since here in May is kind of throws me for a loop. But it is Chris Hartman, and Hartman wins races at Oaklawn Park. He's 12% for the year, but he's probably, I don't know, 8% outside of Oaklawn, but at Oaklawn, he's well over 20%.
Yeah, he's a good Oaklawn local guy, and I'm not even sure if he goes anywhere else. I mean, he just might have this horse, all of his horses stashed.
Well, he has to go somewhere with 12% on the year. So wherever he went, he wasn't winning. But when he races here, he wins a lot of races, and he's got some good stock. What's this mean? Dixon Mays. Is that a name of a horse in this race? Or am I missing something? I guess not. Okay, I landed on the horse with the trainer. Do you know who the artist formerly known as Carl Broberg? So we have Abel Ramirez Rodriguez. That's, AKA Carl Broberg. I like Hap Hot if it can get in. This horse, if you look at the PPs, you'll be like, Delta Downs, and it didn't really run well. Well, all the races at Delta Downs that were 2 turns weren't good. Now you're thinking, 2 turns. 6.5 furlongs at Delta Downs is a 2-turn race. They start on the grandstand side and they go all the way around the track. So it's not a 1-turn race. The turf races weren't bad. Those are against State Company. But if you look at the 1-turn races at Houston, here at Oaklawn, and even the 1-turn races at Houston, Delta Downs, the 5-panel races, they're all really good. So this is a 1-turn horse that's going to be spotted if it gets in on the outside where it can get position and hopefully not get in a lot of trouble, tuck in at some point, be close to the lead, and then power home. If this horse gets in, it could be very dangerous, getting a good foundation on those route races at 6.5 furlongs at Delta Downs, coming here 1 turn where it's run well. 2 races here at Oaklawn, 2 seconds lifetime, and knocking at the door in both those races where it lost to Raymond. If you remember Raymond, I think he won like 4 in a row over here last spring. So if this horse gets in, I think it's very dangerous. If it doesn't, my backup is also Payne, who is 10 years old, but should be able to save all the ground down there if it can work out a trip. I mean, the Oaklawn races are pretty incredible. The horse is in good form. The races at Ellis, if in the summer, the main track or turf at Ellis, it was all speed. So that didn't help his running style. The race 2 back at Churchill was pretty good. And that last race, the 7-panel race, sneaky good because the winner just crushed that field with a good number. So back home, last hurrah. I just don't like it at this price on top. If I can get my horse in Hap Hot, in from the 13 hole off the also eligible list, I'll be very happy about that.
I landed on Payne.
Okay.
Dropping into the claiming ranks from allowance. There's a large majority of the horses in this race are bridesmaids. They finish 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but they can't seem to close the deal very often. Payne has closed the deal at numerous tracks, including Oaklawn, at all different distances, different track conditions. He just seems to win no matter what. I have some concern that he's 10 years old and that his buyers are starting to weaken a little bit. And I have some concerns like Marco that on that inside post, and he doesn't start, he's not a fast starter, he could get buried. He's going to have to negotiate a lot of traffic to flash his closing speed. His time form rating for late speed is way heads and tails above any horse in this race. So if he can negotiate the traffic, I think he gets there.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, last year when he was 9, because me and Marco loved this horse 2 years ago. We picked him a few times. He paid us well. Last year, I faded him every time because he kept going up the ladder and he kept winning, and I faded him every time. And Marco, you were picking him, but God, I'm fading him again and at my own peril. So yeah, I'm just hoping the 13 draws in. But if he doesn't, I'm with you, Mike. I'm gonna just swallow my medicine and go with pain. All right, the next race. Let's take a peek at this. It's race 7. It's a mile and a 16th. These are 2-year-olds that are gonna be 3. These are potentially Kentucky Derby hopefuls, or if something can pop in here, you might see it in a stake race later on in the meet. Marco, I'll start, or actually, Mike, let's start off with you. We'll snake it.
A long time ago, there was a book written when I was just getting interested in horse racing. I pulled it off the shelf the other day. It's still a good book. It's got a lot of insight, even though the game has changed in the last 40, 50 years. It's Ainsley's Complete Guide to Thoroughbred Racing. It was written in an era when there was no simulcasting. You went to the track, you had 10 races to play, and that was it. And one of the points that he makes in this book is not every race is playable. And he goes through several reasons why that's the case. And one of his reasons is if you can't determine the relative ability of each horse in the race, it's not necessarily a playable race. And that's kind of where I always land on these races where everyone's a first-time starter, has had one race under their belt. But having said that, we have to have a selection here. So I landed on the 10. It's got 3 races under its belt. All 3 are solid, improving, 2 of the 3 races, good solid buyers. I think it's the horse to beat in here. I also looked at the 5 and the 12, but I land on the 7. I'm sorry, the 10.
The 10. That is 7 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 to 5 morning line. Definitely going to be winging it from the opening bell as the foundation. That's really big for a 2-year-old. There might be several in here, and I'm sure there are, that will have a better career than the 10. But the 10 has the foundation. When you have 3 races under your belt, that is a huge advantage for a 2-year-old horse running against a bunch of first-time starters, or many of them that have run first time.
Especially if the horse shows some accomplishments in those 3 races.
Right. Actually, most of the horses in here have at least one race.
6, for example.
Okay. I landed on the 7. The 7 is Hoss and Boss for Hartman. So you had Hartman in the first leg. I got him in the second leg. And, this horse is going turf to dirt. They tried a route race on turf. They spent a lot of money on this colt. And the first race, it sucks you can't watch replays on DRF, but I watched it and it just looked pretty green, got brushed a little bit there. I'm looking at the company line here out of that first race. Very tough race. This horse that won, Englishman, got a 97 buyer speed figure in debut, winning by 7 lengths. So when you look at a horse like that, that's a significant animal. That's a stakes horse. That's a horse that's going to probably, potentially go on the Derby trail, because that was a 7-panel race that horse won in debut. White Tiger came back and won its next start after getting buried by Englishman. Came back and got a decent number of routing with a 74. So Hoss and Boss exits a really tough race, and we land here cutting back. And actually, we're not cutting back. We're routing here in distance from the turf to dirt. I like this horse. Bejarano's got it, is in the irons, and maybe the one turn wasn't its game against just much tougher competition. And I'm just going to hope that I got the foundation like I talked about, along with the tough company lines. Maybe I could fire in this spot at 10-1 morning line. Marco, you're on the 12.
Yeah, I got the 12. Brad Cox, horse, Luis Saez. We're also stretching out, and the horse had a little bit of trouble in debut. Started horribly, and started passing some horses. So I thought that was a good sign of some better things to come. And the horse has been training pretty decent over here at Oaklawn. He's got at least three works leading up to this. So I think 8-1 is a pretty square price for these connections.
I like that horse too. I have him in my pick 5 as a backup to the 10. Note the trainer statistics in every relevant category. They are 20 to 40.
Brett. Yeah.
So then we're just
and several of the angles with a positive ROI.
I think
Brad Cox is dominating with these figures. The horse has just a nice foundation of drills, and before and after that race. And they offered it up for 150. It's an Omaha Beach. I don't know. Did they breed this thing? What's the story here? Yeah, they bred this horse, so they didn't mind if it got claimed for that price. And they're like, we like what we see. Let's bring it over to Oaklawn. Maybe Brad had a say in that. And look who the pilot is. I mean, that's pretty significant as well.
Yep. So it makes sense.
Okay, I'll buy that. My backup was the 6 Scuffle. I always say Basin. They call him Bacon, the jockey down there. This is one that has a little bit of a foundation. The last race was just terrible. I watched a replay of it. It didn't get a very good start that day, so I'm hoping it breaks a little bit cleaner today. 12-1, I'll get every bit of that. And then Marco, your backup is going to be Crupper for Donnie Von Hemmel. I'd be surprised if that one won, but it is a candy ride out of a include mare, so the breeding should like 2 turns.
Yeah, the breeding's got some decent siblings. The dam's $1 million winner, so I wouldn't be surprised if that thing ran pretty well. It's a crapshoot.
The broodmare is pretty nice. Multiple stakes winner and stakes placed and all that good stuff. You mentioned the siblings. There's some good runners in here. Got a stakes winner here. Stakes placed runner there. So yeah, you have some nice siblings out of that bunch. So okay, now I'm starting to like it a little bit more.
The fact that the 3 of us are all over the map on this race.
It's that kind of race.
Earlier point, it's a challenging race when you can't compare the relative abilities of the horses.
This is a tough race for sure. Gotta go. This is one you gotta have about a few runners in your pick 5 or 6 here.
Mike, did you have anything else to add outside of?
No, sure.
No, that was it. Okay. Well, we don't need to spend too much more time on that. It's a tough race. It's amazing. These are all young horses learning how to do things, and we'll see what happens. All right.
I bet here we're on next race. We're all in the same 2 horses.
Yeah, this race here, I think it starts and it ends with Skelly. Now, Skelly, you guys know how big of a fan I am of Vanishing, but Skelly is just a different kind of animal at Oaklawn Park. It doesn't run well. When I say well, it doesn't run nearly as well as it does in Hot Springs. The races here are pretty incredible. And it's run 12 times here. You can see it clear as day. 10 wins and 12 starts with 1 second. I'm interested to see how the hell did this horse not hit the board here? When was that? Its first race ever in the slop. Steadied at the start, rushed and stops, and it was the even money favorite that day, or 6-5. So it was well meant that got a terrible start, and that's the only race that never ran out the exacta. But this horse wins almost every race here, and you know that this horse will be cranked up for Asmussen, and it's just home field advantage, nothing else. If this horse was running anywhere else, I would try and beat it. Since it's here, I don't want. I'd single this horse. My backup is going to be Banishing. I love this horse. Sias is aboard. I remember playing this horse, and when it stretched out and losing that race by a head, I was pretty upset about that. Played it again in the Oaklawn Mile. I also played it in the Churchill Downs Grade 1 7-panel race there on Derby Day in the slop. And I stood to make a lot of money that day. It ran against Mindframe that day and Nice Host. And believe me, he was the best horse in that race. It was an unlucky second by a neck. A lot of problems in that race. It's another horse, of course. It likes it here, 100% in the exacta. I just don't know if one turn, which is pretty fast, if one turn if he's going to be good enough to beat the likes of Skelly at 6 furlongs. Marco, what do you? I mean, you also like Skelly on top too.
Yeah, I've actually, I go to Oaklawn quite a bit live. I've never seen Skelly lose. I didn't go to that race when it was raining, and I must have missed the other one. But I've never actually, with my own eyes, seen that horse lose at Oaklawn. So
right.
And I like Tejano Twist. It's one of my favorite horses here as well. I use him. I bet him a lot. I use him in a lot of things. That's the horse that's going to be coming. That's the one that Skelly's going to have to fend off, in my opinion. So,
okay. I mean, we'll
see what happens.
Yeah, Tejano Twist is another one that likes this track a lot, and he's lost to Skelly, he's lost to Banishing here, but he's right there, and yeah, he makes all the sense in the world as well to make a late run. I just think Skelly's is going to shoot out like a rocket and just going to be way too tough to beat. Mike,
there's no way. I think easy.
Mike, where are you landing here?
I hear what you're saying about Skelly, and he's a horse for the course at Oaklawn. But I was bothered by his last 3 races. I know he hasn't raced well at any other track except Oaklawn. I landed on the 7.
Okay.
And I like the 6 a little bit too. But that's why it's called gambling.
Well, look, Banishing is awesome. I like Banishing. The Del Mar, the Breeders' Cup Sprint, I actually liked him going into that race too. But he had some problems in there, and that stretch, it's just not conducive for what he wanted to do. He was supposed to be a little closer though that day.
He was still 24-1, so
yeah,
he wasn't expected to make a strong showing in that field.
But there's a lot of horses that just don't like Del Mar. You either really like it or you don't. We have a filly that won at Fairgrounds the other day. It ran well at Los Alamitos 3 times, and it ran like dog crap at Del Mar 3 times. Ran up the track. We brought it over to Fairgrounds, and it won by 8 lengths. That was the one that was 14-1. That I didn't post.
I had $1,000 on.
Yeah, I didn't post. But it hated Del Mar, and Banishing probably hated Del Mar too. So it's the Breeders' Cup Sprint. You're going to draw a line through it. But this horse is game. And look, I like the horse too. I picked it second. I just, it should be right there. I just think Skelly at Oaklawn just, I don't know what it is, man. It's like the horse just runs like 5 lengths faster at Oaklawn Park. It's crazy. It's going to be fun to watch. If you said you also like the 6 a little bit, the 6 really ran a bang out race at Churchill Downs in its last. It likes Churchill Downs. It's going to have to show me that it can win here, especially against the likes of Skelly. It is entered also at Turfway Park, so we'll have to see if that one even runs tomorrow, but we'll look at the scratches in the morning. It's going to be a fun race. This is going to be a prep for, what's the next race? It goes, there's the Count Fleet. There's the Hot Springs Stakes. Or is that just for 3-year-olds? I can't remember the sprint series at Oaklawn. I'm so used to talking about the 3-year-old colts leading up to the Arkansas Derby, but they have a lot of cool sprint races, and this is obviously the first one of many. Race 9. 2-year-olds again, colts again. These are sprinting. Probably not going to have an Arkansas Derby horse in here, although one could win here and maybe stretch out at a later date. Marco, you want to start us off in this one?
Yeah, I rolled the dice here, I guess. Not too much. I took a 12. I mean, first time starter. It's an $800,000 purchase. There's got to be something good about the horse.
Well, you got a nice sibling. First of all, remember Ben Franklin? He ran, I think, today.
I actually took Ben Franklin today. I took Ben.
Yeah, he ran today. He ran second. Was he in for 100,000? Wait, was that 10,000? I can't read that. But anyway, yeah, he was in for a tag today. Ran second. And of course, Clint, how do you say that? Klimt, yeah. Klimt.
I mean, that horse is nice, you know.
That horse won a Grade 1, Del Mar Futurity many years ago. So, yeah, you and this one's good too. West Coast Chick. So you got some nice siblings out of this horse. The 12.
I like to take outside horses in these maiden races with a lot of firsters, and so there's not a lot of things to look at besides for family history.
I mean, the work tab is pretty sensational. It's 5-1. You have nice siblings. Randy Morris is, you know, he'll win some races here and there. Not particularly well with 2-year-olds, but this might be the one. I mean, look how much money. I mean, this is an expensive ass colt. And then, you know, I went to the 13 if it gets in. Christopher Davis is pretty good with the horses like this. And the work tab is pretty good locally, was working good on the synthetic coming in from Turfway. But the drills here are really good. You got Luis Saez. And, you know, I'd like to take a chance with this one. The siblings, I don't think they're going to be as good as yours. As one sibling, nothing to really write home about.
One first time out.
Did it? Let's see.
Yep.
Hold on. Did I make that? I did have that first. I said I got first out winner, working well. It doesn't show that. Wait a minute. Let me see this. Oh, yeah, it did. Did win first time out. Okay. So Precocious Early, that was the best race. Well, one of the best races of its career. Maybe something happened where it got hurt, but that's good. The only sibling won first time asking. So, yeah, if this one gets in with Saez, Christopher Davis, I'll take a shot with Reclamation. My backup was the 5 horse, who is the Adam Kincheman horse. For Carmona, and you know, I'm just hoping California Speed. I like that drill out of the gate. and it just looks like at 12-1, a horse that I would definitely have on my ticket as well. The 2-horse for you, Himothy for Moquette, speed tire to a horse named Into the Beast. Into the Beast, ended up getting a 78 by her speed figure in that race, which is respectable. And usually the speed slightly get tired sorts at 4 to 5, mind you. They usually come back and run really well. And then you got a nice post where you could just shoot out and get the lead and potentially never look back. So these are all horses that we should include on our. You got to go deep in these maiden races. Mike, out of these 4 horses, do you like any of these, or do you have something else in your head?
I had 3 horses in here I was focusing on. The 2 and the 5, you've already talked about them, so I won't add anything. Okay. I also like the 1 more than.
Oh, your song.
Yeah, my song, but that caught my attention. But that's not the reason I like the horse. But that was one of the great all-time Beatles songs, in my opinion. But that's beside the point. Look at the horse's recent workout on December 5th.
I see it.
7th out of 152.
159, I'm seeing. Wow.
I'm showing 152. I'm looking at the.
Okay, yeah, the form has that.
Whatever, 150 plus.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
That's pretty impressive. I'm also looking at 2 other things here. This is a factor I don't think a lot of people look at, but I do. I'm looking at every trainer statistic here that's relevant. And every one of them, the trainer is showing a positive ROI. That's damn hard to do. Then I'm looking at the jockey-trainer combination. Again, a positive ROI, and it's not an insignificant sample. And it's a pretty large ROI. Mm-hmm. So in a race where you have really very little to work with as far as making judgments, those items that I just discussed grabbed my attention. So that was the 3rd horse I liked here in addition to the 2 and the 5.
Wow, yeah, that's Uncle Jimmy. That's Larry Ravelli's uncle, the trainer, and he's no stranger. I picked him already on the card. He's no stranger to winning races. I'm going to see.
You have large ROIs over a fairly good sample size. That indicates to me that you're hitting some horses at a price.
I've got that last work on tape, and we're gonna watch it right.
You have everything.
Let's see here. Whoop. There we go. So here's the work. He's on the outside, and this is that work you're talking about that was pretty quick. So he's got a nice little target to look at here. And he's well within himself with the yellow cap. And I'd like to see how he finishes up with little hand movement. Looks like his, hands look like they're just stone right now, real nice and still.
It's a hand ride so far.
And he's dispatched to that horse with the blinkers. He's already got out on the other one, and he gave him a little punch with the right hand. That was it. He's still nice and just, oh my gosh, look at this work. Just sitting there, chilly. Wow. Didn't even ask him to do anything, really. He'll probably pick it up again if that one wants to come up on him. But that was pretty good. He didn't even ask him at all. And that was
December 5th.
December Yeah. Very nice. And just keep in mind, the way that work went there, he might have ended a little earlier because it was a half furlong race or work, excuse me. I don't know how the clockers worked that, but that was pretty impressive. So that horse is a first-time starter out of the one hole. I just grew up with the notion that never pick a first-time starter out of the one hole because of the tractor. But I'd throw this one on my ticket. All the works are pretty solid. It was even working good locally up here in Chicago before it came down, and they spent some decent money on it. Let's check out some siblings. The broodmare was one on turf, and this is the only sibling. So looks like a nice sort. They spent $85,000 on it. So let's have that one in there with the 2, the 12, the 5. If the 13 gets in, we could throw that one in. Mike, did you have another one in here that you liked?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, I can afford it and press the all button.
No, I know. I think we have the right horses. You got to make a stand somewhere on these tickets. Let's see. We have a comment. Sprint Series is the King Cotton. That's right. The Whitmore, formerly known as the Hot Springs. Okay, so they changed the name of that. And then the Count Fleet's the big one. So those are the 3 races after the big race tomorrow.
It's nice to know that Tom is paying attention to our dialogue here.
Let me tell you what, Tom is very knowledgeable and a man of the cloth. He's a good man. All right. So yeah, that's good. These maiden special races are going to be fun because you might see a potential superstar. And wouldn't it be neat if Rocky Raccoon drew off?
Room.
All right. The nightcap is a other than for 115,000. It's 6 furlongs. These are for 3-year-olds and up. There's no claiming tag, so these are horses that have never won the condition. I guess I could start off what I like. Actually, Marco, me and you both landed on the same horse. We both landed on Oigevald. And this horse, we remember this horse from last year. Ran in some salty races. Ran against the flow on Rebel Day. Got caught in a tough race going 2 turns here. Is probably a better sprinter, but that race was pretty impressive. And even its debut race at Ellis was pretty good too. It lost to a next out winner in Normandy Coast, but I just feel like this race sets up. It should get a nice spot early in that second flight, and should get first run on anybody, and will avoid hopefully any of the late closers. And I should trip out with this horse. And by the way, Uncle Jimmy again. How many times have we talked about DeVito on the card tomorrow? He should have a good day. Hopefully he has a good day for our sake. But yeah, there's a lot to like here. I watched this horse at Hawthorne, and I know you've watched him live over there, so we know the horse, and lightly raced for late in his 3-year-old season. And these horses into their 4-year-old year, they start turning that corner with the maturity level, and they just grow up and become bigger, stronger, and faster. So I'm excited about this one, potentially having an outstanding Oaklawn meet in 2025 to 2026. I like the 13s all day today. If the 13 gets in, it's my backup pick. I'll maybe include it on my ticket. But if everything works out, I might, Skelly looks like a potential single for me. I might not. Maybe I go 2 deep in there or 3 deep. I might single the 8 here in this spot, though. That's how much I like Oigevald. Texas Mike, You're smiling. You're smiling.
5 here.
Huh?
I went 5 deep on my pick 5 here.
All right, look. Shoot, tell us. Yeah, that's what we want. Give us some horses.
Well, first I have your 8 in there. My top choice is the 6. There's obviously some speed in this race, but this horse has the best early speed figures by far. He could steal the race. Not saying that he will, but I think it's possible. The other horse I want to talk about a little bit is the, which I think probably everyone's going to overlook, is the 7, Long Shot. I am amazed at how many horses from Will Rogers Downs and Fonner Park go to more competitive venues and win at big prices.
You said that before when we were at
Lone Star
contest, and I was like, "Damn, Mike, you're right."
This is another example of it, and the horse has run at other more prestigious venues, shall we say, has done very well. Although many of those races were on turf, but it showed at Fonner Park it can run on dirt also. And I don't think there's any reason to believe it can't run on dirt at Oaklawn. Would it be my first choice? No, but I think it'll go off at odds well above 12-1. I would not overlook that horse.
I like the price. I like everything you said, and you're right. You twisted my arm. I don't know if I took your advice or not, but I remember you saying, "Hey, this horse has a shot," and it won from that track down at Lone Star when it ran over there. So
yeah, I think that Will Rogers, but Will Rogers.
Will Rogers, that's what it was. It was a Will Rogers horse.
Will Rogers.
Did Caldwell? Does he go there ever?
I don't think so.
No, he don't. Okay. All right. This horse. This looks like a possible must include. It's 12-1. Maybe you get an overlay, maybe you don't. But I don't know much about Heather.
Because it's from Fonner, it goes off at least 20-1.
Heather Irion. I'm not familiar with this trainer, but yeah, I mean, the horse is in good form and it's running fast. And a lot of times they don't know how to do the figures at some of these smaller, weird tracks like that. Marco, the 3 is also on your ticket here. Viking, 7-2. It's fast. It's cutting back from 7.5, where it just got a little bit tired. Looks like a formidable runner here.
Yeah, it's just going to be out there, giving himself a good chance to stay there at the end. You got to be up there. I don't think closers are faring well right now. So after today, I think that's going to continue until we see the first rainfall. So I'm going to stick with a lot of the speed or right off the speed. I think it sets up perfect for the 8 though in this race.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks kind of. These are all good horses. Speed wins, But the 8, it won't be far out of it.
No, right. I think that's going to be perfect.
The race 2 back at Kentucky Downs, I don't know what they were trying there. I guess it's a Kentucky bred. They're like, let's see if we can catch lightning in a bottle, because that was a big purse, almost $200,000. The turf sprint, wasn't like an embarrassment or anything like that. It was a maiden special weight and it ran 3rd, but it's run way better on dirt and specifically sprints. And, if you look at the last 3 sprint races on dirt for this horse, it crushed the last 2 at Hawthorne and with big numbers. And the race here at Oaklawn sprinting on Rebel Day, these horses, Cornucopian and Zero Sugar. I picked Zero Sugar in both of its first 2 starts, and I won the second start. It was 14-1 when it lost the debut against the Baffert runner. And if you remember the Baffert runner, they ran it in the Arkansas Derby, and I don't know what's going on with this horse, but it was freakishly fast, and they had Kentucky Derby aspirations for that one. So those are the type of horses that this horse is running against. So going 1 turn, the 8 is an exceptional animal at this 6 furlong distance, and I really at 9-2, I really hope I can get that tomorrow.
Would be nice.
Let's see what kind of let's see. We got Tom again. Fawner. Oh, he goes, that's not Fawner, that's Fairmont. You sure about that? Because isn't Fairmont Betfair? How do they denote that in the racing form? I think
that is Fairmont.
Okay. Because, well, let's look. We could click on it. It's Fairmont Park. Okay.
All right, my error.
Well, it's a small track like Bonner. I took a drive out there. I took a ride out there, and they had Nelly was supposed to do a concert, and he didn't show up. So that's what I remember about Fairmont Park. But yeah, I'm excited about the 8 in this race, and it might be a potential single for me. Mark, you picked it on top too, so double the trouble.
Yeah, it looks really tough.
I don't know what I was thinking there. Fawner's F-O-N.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I don't play a lot of Fawner. I don't play a lot of Fawner Park. But I think that's a good sequence there. You guys can take, what we kind of said today, throw them all in there, single somewhere, mix and match. Maybe you got something that you like. I didn't really scan at the undercard, the first 5 races, for the purposes of the show, but we could do the classics from here on out. Fairmont's doing well, good live crowd all the time since Missouri doesn't allow ADWs. Okay. Wow, interesting. I didn't know that. I don't know how I'd feel about not having advanced wagering because I get nice rebates on Naira bets, and being in Southeast Wisconsin with Arlington Park closed, yeah, I could run down to an OTB, but I'd rather not if you understand the clientele at some of these places. Mike, the college football playoffs, have you seen the bracket?
I have, but I haven't looked at it real hard.
You haven't looked at it real hard.
College football is in absolute disarray right now. With
the NIL, you're not a fan of it?
Oh, the NIL, the transfer portals, the huge buyouts the coaches are getting when they're fired. Then you got the situation in Michigan.
Yeah, that was ugly.
What
mess was he thinking?
Yeah, it's every team every year is new. You have.
I've become a really big fan. I've become a really big fan of Curt Cignetti, the coach of Indiana Hoosiers.
Indiana.
I mean, this guy has taken that program from the doldrums, the doormat of the Big Ten, to the playoffs 2 years in a row. And they look like a team that, they just beat Ohio State. So they obviously can win it all. I mean, they have the Heisman Trophy winning quarter. I mean, he's going to win the Heisman, Mendoza, the quarterback. Their defense is unbelievable. They're at number 13, the wideout. His name is escaping me. He's unbelievable. He's a first-round talent. Cignetti is just an unbelievable coach. He's, in my opinion, the best coach in college football. And for him to do what he's done in Indiana
again for the national title.
Well, they're playing. Let me pull up the.
Pull it up.
Pull up
Let me
the
pull up.
bracket.
Let's pull up the actual.
I haven't seen any of this yet.
Are you kidding me?
Nah, man.
Oh, you've been. Yeah, I know you've been moving. You've been doing this and that.
Are they the 1 and 2 seeds?
Well, there's 4 teams that get a bye. So
Texas Tech is one of them, I think.
Let's see what we got here.
Georgia?
Georgia's in there. Georgia has a bye as well. So here, I got this right here.
Texas Tech have a bye, I think.
So here's the chart.
All
right. So let's go left all the way down and then back up. All right. So Oklahoma's playing Alabama. Now, I don't know. I follow college football close. In my opinion, and this has been up for discussion, in my opinion, Alabama does not deserve to be in the college football playoff. If you lose a conference championship game, I think you should still get in if you make it a game. BYU got crushed. They had 1 loss. They don't get in. Alabama got crushed. They have 3 losses now. They got in. They looked terrible. They've looked bad. I think they're 2-2 in their last 4 games. Alabama shouldn't be in the playoffs. I think if Notre Dame has flaws too. They need to be in a conference. Their schedule is a little bit weaker, but they have absolutely destroyed everybody and won 10 in a row since they went to Miami and lost. And they lost on the last play of the game to Texas A&M. They have destroyed everybody. If they played Alabama tomorrow, I would put 10 grand on the money line on Notre Dame to beat Alabama. So I'll just leave that right there. Alabama also lost.
Coach is looking for the exits.
Huh?
Do you think the Alabama coach is looking to exit?
He's going to Michigan, from what I heard, right?
That's what I'm hearing too.
Yeah. But anyway, that's up for discussion. Everybody has their opinion on that. After saying that, I think Oklahoma is going to absolutely destroy Alabama. I saw enough of Alabama. Then you see Indiana and Texas Tech on the left bracket has a bye. Texas Tech's looked really well. We know what Indiana's been doing. Now, here's the other thing. These other teams that got in, James Madison.
The Dukes.
Yeah, that's great. The Dukes. Who the hell have they beaten? And how many points is Oregon going to score when they play? 45, 65, 65. You can't make this number big enough. The line opened up at 20.5. I need to make a wager on Oregon minus 3 touchdowns. I mean, they're going to destroy James Madison. Okay. Upper right-hand bracket. Texas A&M, Miami. Miami deserves to get in. They have 2 losses. Why not? You can't put Duke in. They had 5 losses. They beat Virginia in the ACC title game. You need a representative from ACC, right? If you want to make it mandatory where all of the Power Fives get in, no matter if they have 6 losses or 0 losses and their prospective championship games, make it a 16-team bracket then. But
you consider Notre Dame to be part of the ACC?
Notre Dame should absolutely go to the ACC. I've been saying they should have been part of the Big Ten for a long time now. They're not going to go to the Big Ten. They should go to the ACC, absolutely.
Or they play an ACC schedule?
They play a lot of the teams there. They play Army.
In agreement with the ACC.
Yeah, they used to play Michigan years ago. Yeah, they beat up on Purdue because they're in their backyard. But come on, Purdue sucks. Okay, I think Miami deserved. After saying that, Texas A&M. A lot of people are saying Miami's defensive line is going to show up and they're going to beat Texas A&M. I'll take Texas A&M over
Miami. I totally agree.
Miami. And then Ole Miss already played Tulane, didn't they? Didn't they beat them by 30 points? Is this a rematch? I don't know. Maybe somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Ole Miss, I don't care if their coach is gone or not. I could show up with a clipboard over there, point some fingers, and say, hey, Ole Miss, go beat the shit out of Tulane. And it's going to happen, right? So James Madison and Tulane, those are like the old days when you fill out the 1 versus 16. You just automatically pick Oregon and Ole Miss. They're going to win those games.
So looking at these brackets, Ohio State and Indiana, if they win out, will play each other for the national championship.
I would love to see a rematch. I think Ohio State is going to beat either Texas A&M or Miami. And I think Georgia will beat Ole Miss. And that Georgia-Ohio State game would be a great rematch of the national title game. Actually, it wasn't the national title game. It was the semifinal to play some garbage team back then. But anyways, 2 years ago when you had C.J. Stroud and those guys on Ohio State against Georgia, what a hell of a game that was. So that's a cool rematch. And then on the other side, Indiana is just there's not a lot of flaws. They have a great defense. They have a great offense. They have the best coach in college football. They've already beaten Oregon. I don't have a lot of respect for Oklahoma or Alabama, to be honest with you. And then Texas Tech is kind of a wild card. But what I know of Texas Tech growing up through the years, they've always been kind of smaller. They don't run the ball a lot. Their offensive line's typically smaller. Maybe they've changed that. I don't know a lot about their program, but they're ranked 4th in the country for a reason. So maybe you shouldn't overlook them.
A lot of good quarterbacks, including one that plays at Kansas City.
Yeah, Mahomes. That's what I'm saying. They used to throw every down and all that good stuff. So my prediction, I obviously see, and look, I'm a Big Ten guy. I'm not an SEC guy, but I think the SEC, although the second tier all the way to the bottom is the best in college football, Big Ten is really top heavy, and they have some really good teams up there. All 3 of the teams represented from the Big Ten in here are all very, very, very good. So
the other thing about Texas Tech is the Big 12 isn't what it used to be.
Well, yeah, a lot of teams left. Oklahoma's not there no more. Nebraska left a long time ago, but they're kind of a down program.
Oklahoma's left.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
It's Baylor, Houston, Arizona.
Yeah. Marco, you have any thoughts on the bracket?
Not really. Looks like I'm going to wait till the Final Four.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously the bottom part, I think Oregon and Ole Miss win, but what do you think about those matchups on the top? They happen next weekend.
I am going to root for either Texas A&M or Texas Tech. That's who I want to win.
You're a Texas guy.
So, yeah,
okay.
If Texas wins, I'll be happy.
All right. Well, what about the Longhorns? Do you think they should have got in? They only had 3 losses like Alabama. See, that's the thing. I think Vanderbilt can beat Alabama. I think Texas can beat Alabama. The Longhorns.
Vanderbilt did beat Alabama, didn't they?
Did they? Well, there you go. I think
quick look.
Opening day, I thought they did. Wasn't that this year?
No, wait a minute. No.
I think Michigan, although they have a freshman quarterback, I think Michigan can give Alabama a really good fight. USC, for that matter, probably as well. I don't think Alabama's that good. I've watched them down the stretch here. That win against Georgia many moons ago doesn't look that good. That win from Miami against Notre Dame many moons ago, things have changed. I mean, I would take Notre Dame against half this field, if not more, probably outside of the top 4. I think Notre Dame would beat the crap out of all these other teams. But that's just me. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we'll be talking about it as the weeks come up. The first game, I think, is on the 19th.
All right.
Mike, what do you got?
Tomorrow night, we got to spend all our money that we won at Oaklawn.
Oh, we're gonna make some money tomorrow.
Going to have to meet tomorrow night to decide where to spend it.
Do you get your Christmas shopping out of the way, or do you do that anymore?
Yes, I do.
There's something called Amazon.com. They can deliver it right to your door, Mike.
I just asked for a list, and I just picked what's on the list.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway,
The diamonds.
I'm excited about the NHC contest. Oaklawn started up. We got my brother Danny and my dad are at Fairgrounds. We just obviously, we won our first race from 5 starts down there. Nothing this weekend, but we have a slew of horses entering for next week. And then we have
going down to the fairgrounds at all?
You know what, Mike? I've never been to Fairgrounds.
You're kidding.
I'm not joking. And Joe Christofek hit me up on Twitter and said, "You got to come down." Yeah, I can't wait to get down there and watch some live racing. It looks like a cool place.
I think we got to go.
Yeah, I need to come. I need to get out there. Probably got some good restaurants down there too.
A few.
Yeah, they got a lot of whorehouses too, I heard.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, Jesus, Mark.
I'll leave that.
I'm just saying, that's what I hear.
I'll leave that to your expertise.
I'm not going to them places either, but
I'll leave that to your expertise.
What do they call it? The 9th or 8th ward, or whatever they call it?
He set himself up for that one.
Over there, you get
man.
mugged and robbed.
Just went to Fairgrounds opening weekend, my first time there. Track number 53 for me. What's that? Is that a restaurant?
He's been to 53 tracks.
53 tracks.
Oh, I thought he was talking about that's the number of tracks. Wow, there's that many tracks? Wow. I guess I think a lot of them have gone away. A lot of them are gone by the wayside. Yeah.
I made a list some time ago. I was in the 40s, but a lot of the tracks that I had on that list are gone.
What about Sportsman?
I've been to Sportsman's Park. Have you ever been to Washington Park in Chicago?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been to that one either. That one's
and I'm including harness tracks in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, you were telling me something about the Golden Jug or Big Jug.
Oh, the Little Brown Jug.
Oh, Little Brown Jug.
County, Ohio.
Yeah, you were just telling me about that.
One of the best racing events I've ever been to.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. I've been to.
By the door.
Yeah, I'll be out there in a minute. My little nephew's got Pokemon cards. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, so I'll be doing some. I don't think there's too much. The Army Navy game's on tomorrow, but outside of that, there's really not a lot of football on outside of. I don't think the NFL has any games tomorrow.
No, they don't.
Sunday they have the full slate. Only about 12 of them are gone. Haven't been to either one of the current Florida tracks. Wow. That's a shocker. 53 tracks.
I'm gonna write down your show me his
what are you talking about? Oh, his handle?
Yeah, at Tom BARTZSCH.
Yes, 151.
151. All right, I'm gonna see if I can recreate my list.
Yes.
Most of them are gone. Many of them are gone. More than 12.
Yeah, that'd be cool if there was like a book. I'm sure there is a book you could buy with really cool color photos on it, of each track that is here now and that has gone forever.
What you have to do in an exercise like that, in my opinion, is you have to go state by state and just take the states alphabetically. Yeah. Which tracks have you been to in each state?
Yeah, Saratoga was a cool place that I went to. They'll never get rid of that. I never was able to make it out to Golden Gate. My dad went there. My dad also went to Pleasanton out there. He said it was wine country.
One of the carf tracks.
And he said everybody was drinking wine and laughing, and everybody was really nice. So
another one of the carf tracks I used to love going there is gone, was Fairplex in Los Angeles.
Fairplex, and that's gone?
Yep. All the carf tracks. I think all the carf tracks are gone, aren't they?
National Racing Museum just issued a book, The Racetracks of America, big coffee table book. Boom. There it is.
I gotta get that.
Me too. I got to get that. I'm sure there's an ISBN number we can get and look it up and buy it on Amazon. Well, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Betting horses? Anything else?
Tomorrow is the Waxahachie Christmas tour home or tour of homes. And our home was on it last year. So this year, my wife and I are, I don't know what you call it, they're greeters at one of the homes all day, Saturday and Sunday. So
yeah, you live in Waxahachie?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I
Mike, what I might be doing tomorrow, if there's an early bird.
There is.
It looks like I can play in some of these $28 games to get into, well, there's a Saturday and a Sunday one. So
yeah, there's a Sunday qualifier too. So we're going to need a lot of, I don't know that anybody's.
So yeah, let's.
Yet. How many are they showing right now in the Saturday qualifier? I think it's a 13 already.
The Saturday qualifier already has 14.
14 already, so it's filled.
It's going to fill up. You'll probably.
There.
So I plan on playing. I'll probably play in that tomorrow, and then maybe I'll try the feeder for the heck of it earlier, and then. So I'll just hang out and play some Sam Houston feeders, and then wait for my pick 5, and enjoy the confines of my warm home office here.
Hey, I love being on your show. Thank you for inviting me again.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. Mark, thanks again. And as always, guys, like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And we'll be doing this show every Friday night at approximately 7 o'clock. And we'll have a guest every Friday night. And we'll go over we're going to do the classics, Mark. And if anybody wants to incorporate and just do a pick 5 or a pick 4 from those picks, they can. Mike, we'll have you on again later on in the meet.
Okay, I also talked to Nick. He's more than happy to be a guest on your show also.
Oh, we've had Nick on before, and I will definitely reach out to Nick Tamro and get him on. By the way, Nick is maybe I shouldn't even say the most underrated because people know he's good, but I think Nick is one of the top 3 race callers in the country. He calls races so crisp and concise.
And because we don't export in Texas, nobody hears him.
He's so good. I've told him this too, and I'm not just blowing smoke up his ass. He's a great race caller, and he's a great handicapper on top of it.
You know, the other nice thing about him is anybody who wants to go up and be in that cramped booth with him, he's more than happy to have.
I've done it during the tournament.
More than happy to have anybody come to that booth, and a stranger, you can know you. You can be 6 years old, whatever.
Oh yeah, I want to take that.
He loves having people in that crowd.
Oh, I don't know, Marco. I don't know if Otso should go in that booth. He'll start screaming and come on. He'll be screaming a horse home.
But no, he loves having people in the booth when he's calling races.
Yeah, he's really good, and I really like. I just think he's a great caller. I mean, I really do. He's so. Look, there's some callers I've ripped on a couple publicly, and I got to watch that. My big mouth, but he's really good at his job. Mike, if anybody needs to find you, your Twitter handle, what is that?
At Texas Mike 001.
Okay, at Texas Mike 001. All right, guys. Thanks again. Hope to see you guys soon. You guys have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, guys. Good night.